Okay, Mark, we're live. So what's happening today?
What's happening today? The local authority are trying to commit me to prison. So we've got a trial this morning. Obviously, been liking a few of the emails I've sent. I've sent them some emails basically outlining what 5G is. It hasn't went down very well because obviously in that, we know that 5G is without doubt an indictable offence. I haven't said that to them, but what I have said, it's a human rights crime. We also know that as a fact. 5G is not safe. There's recently the Blumenthal Senator hearing in Congress stated quite clearly that 5G, there's no safety test. There is absolutely no research to show that it's safe. In fact, what's going on here is unbelievable. We've got EE testing this technology out across the country. We've got people talking about rolling out 5G. 5G is an indictable offence. It's a crime against humanity. This technology is not safe. It's weapons grade. It's weapons grade systems. It's weapon grade systems from the battlefield. That's where 5G came from, and how 5G is a weapon. It's been used for many, many years. It's a focused microwave radiation signal in air. So where, you know, normal telecoms, where you've got a transmitter, the radiation drops off significantly over distance. These antenna design are specific to focus the signal, either through a phased array signal, where it's an offstep signal, or they've got special lenses that actually focus it, which make it extremely dangerous to life. So these radar, any radar operator will tell you, these phased array radar operators will tell you where radar has killed birds, wipes them out. We've got evidence of that. So where they tested it in Holland, we have.
All right, mate. So, yeah, we're here again. I was here at the appeal hearing, and absolutely ridiculous with the councillors backtracking, misinforming. And, you know, we're hoping for some real justice today, aren't we, Mark? That we actually get a decent result and that the truth will out.
Let justice be done, though the heavens fall. Now, that's a saying that came out a number of years ago, and every judge worth his salt will understand what I'm saying here. There's a lot of information out about 5G and the economic benefit. There is absolutely no economic benefit. This will damage the country. It is here to harm. These technologies cause stroke, they increase blood pressure, brain bleeds, cancer risk. This is an absolute attack on the country. That's what 5G is, and people need to wake up to what's going on here. So I've got a local authority who are absolutely desperate to gag me, desperate to shut me up, and what they're doing, they're using the legal system in a very, very interesting way, what could be seen and could be said to be perverse, how they're using the civil court system to try and get me sent to prison. And the reason for that is because they couldn't do it in a criminal court, where even when they tried, they couldn't achieve that. So what they're doing, they're using a civil court, and basically what they're doing, the charges, the information they've put to the court. I mean, we've seen some of the stuff this morning. It's unbelievable. People need to be here. They need to see what's going on in our courts today to be able to understand the level of these authorities and how they have actually basically run roughshod over the rule of law. And we're all about the rule of law. I totally agree with the rule of law. We're here to uphold the rule of law. What we're not here to do is to allow these, what I'm going to say, fascist regimes, because that's what they are. They're fascist regimes. Anybody that's been tied up in them, you know, whether it be, I mean, this Extinction Rebellion, absolute fascist organisation, selling a complete and utter fraud, carbon dioxide. Plants need carbon dioxide to live. The science shows it's needed. So we've got this whole green fascist agenda where they're going to force smart meters into your home to make you sick. You've got all of the political class, well, the controlled political class, let's say, who are pushing this agenda. This agenda is all about taking people's power. This is about putting you on the back foot. This is about putting a foot on your neck. That's what's going on here. And obviously people need to be here and they need to see what's going on. My trust at the minute is still in the British judicial system, because as has happened in the past, the British judicial system has shown. And we're hoping that the facts in this particular case will be seen to be what they are, a total and complete setup, a fit up to shut me up about 5G. They're absolutely desperate. They've made a number of false allegations and claims about them not having 5G. In fact, we've got documentary evidence from them today to say they're not concerned whether they've got 5G. Well, I'd be very concerned if I'd fitted 5G in Gateshead, due to the fact that it is most certainly an indictable offence. 5G, anybody who reads the mainstream press are starting to get up to speed about 5G, and it is the antenna design that is the system that does the most damage. So the fact that our Prime Minister has decided that she wants to bring antennas in from China is absolutely, well, unbelievable.
And what's the
to
reason
say the least.
she's bringing them in from China, not having them here? You mentioned that the other day.
Well, they couldn't pass a test yet. These antenna design are weapon systems, and obviously anybody testing here would be able to realise that, and they'll understand that there's something very untoward. Any test, any regulatory organisation will fail. That the antennas do not pass regulatory standards, and the reason for that is because they focus the signalling in air, a bit like a laser in layman's terms, to make it a bit simple. So you've actually got a laser signal antenna on top of street lighting, etc., where they can actually shoot a signal at you. It was tested in South Korea. They've just switched 5G on in South Korea and set fire to 5 cities. 5 cities, a national emergency, hasn't been very well covered in the mainstream. And once again, the mainstream media are letting us down here. They're letting us down by not giving people the correct information. Anyone can go and do any research on 5G and you'll find it's extremely dangerous. The world's leading scientists agree with me and not with our local councils and authorities or governments. So the authorities and the governments are rolling out the technology that will make you sick, will harm you, will reduce your life expectancy significantly. And if we don't come together to stop this, you may as well all say goodbye to everybody that you love, everything you felt and everything you had, because you will lose your pension, you will lose your home, you will lose your life. This technology is lethal. It is battlefield interrogation, weapon systems. That's all it is.
And today, folks, it's the committal hearing. So, you know, Mark, the worst that could happen is Mark could go away in handcuffs today and be taken straight to prison, couldn't you, Mark?
Straight to prison. Straight to
prison. They make the wrong decision today. So, you know, we're asking everybody to say a prayer, okay? Put your hands together and let's pray for a just decision today and for some common sense in the courts. I think this is extremely important. I was up here for Mark's committal hearing for Mark's appeal hearing. And yeah, it's just absolutely disgraceful, the amount of disinformation these councillors are putting out there. And they're on huge salaries, aren't they, Mark? You know, Ian Crane was talking about this, and they just desperately don't want the word out about what 5G is all about. And because Mark has worked with this technology, with systems, with equipment that mitigates against microwave radiation, he has a background in this, he knows about this, he's been campaigning and speaking out about this, and they desperately don't like experts speaking out. So it's extremely important we lend our support to him, and, you know, to share this video. Please share this Stop 5G page, share it on your own Facebook page. We've absolutely got to get the information out there. It's extremely important. And they've deliberately timed this for May the 9th, because of course, Mark is going to be speaking at AV10, aren't you?
I'm supposed to be speaking at AV10, and obviously that could impact me actually going to AV10. In fact, it could potentially be deliberate, because what they don't want this information getting out. So as John says, the whole smart agenda, the whole IoT smart city agenda, these microwave radiation, it's basic energy in air. You've got pulsed frequency radiation in air that causes fires, increases the temperature in air, causes climate change. These technologies are what are causing climate change, and we've got organisations, Extinction Rebellion, I've got no doubt, was set up specifically to try and muddy the waters, to try and get people back on to carbon dioxide. It's a total and absolute fraud. And anybody that says it's not a fraud need to do their own research. Carbon dioxide, plants need it. Plants take it underground. Plants store it underground. And the more you put in there, the more they're stored underground, and the more the green the planet, and the more the cool the planet. It is the exact opposite of the fabricated information that the mainstream media are trying to put out. What we need to do, we need to use social media, share this video, get it all over. People need to wake up. This is an attack on the country. It's an attack on the truth. It's an attack on our judicial system. It's an attack on the citizen. It is an attack on everything that lives. Microwave radiation kills all biological life. That is a fact. The science says it does. The very, very many hundreds of scientists, the 5G space appeal, go and have a look. People need to start getting active. This isn't down just to John Kitson and Mark Steele, Ian Crane. This is down to everybody to start taking action. This thing's going to kill, and it's going to kill en masse. It's already probably murdered significant numbers of people, and I do not mince my words. This is a reality. These are weapon systems that are rolling out on top of you, and people need to start to take action.
Yep. Speak to one person every day. I don't know if you've seen that meme, or more than one person about this. Share the info about 5G. Show them Mark's site is YouTube, my website, 5G in 5 minutes video. People have got to understand how dangerous and toxic this technology is, and we got to act. It's about time, we stop just listening and we actually start acting. We actually raise the awareness. This is extremely important. So I'm going to do another live stream a little bit later. Hopefully, we'll get the right result today. And please share this video with everybody that you know. It's important that we get it out there. So thanks a lot. Okay. Excellent. Well done, Mark. Yeah. Okay. Now, how to stop this?
No,